COVID-19 pandemic chronology video for today. Happy Friday. It is Friday, 10 March 2023 as of filming this in the city of Shoreline, King County, Washington State, United States of America, Planet Earth, the original. And two updates I wrote and published on Wikipedia, focusing on page curation. Today's project is, after successfully finishing my tasks for yesterday, today's project is, I'll actually write down every day of the month, sometimes, and potentially 2 months out to what I want to work on. So today's project is personal best times tables for the English Wikipedia article Flynn Southam, whose talk page I created. So I make new articles, so like put it out there, pass a review, or yeah, kind of thing. Like the new article, the like first edit, and then there's talk pages, which they correspond to a Wikipedia article, but they themselves are their own page. It's a talk page, and then there's like the main article page. So for this one, it's a little bit different. I did not make the new article, that first edit, I did not, but I did make the talk page. So it's different. In my suite of pages I've created, I have two English Wikipedia articles that I've done that for. So one of two. Kind of thing, and I've made over 100 English Wikipedia articles, so it's, you know, it's a for my current editing and publishing and page creating, it's a rarity, not like extremely rare, but a rarity, approximately 1 in every 50 to 60 kind of for the new, in proportions to the new articles I create. And I've made a few talk pages for articles I've created, but there are more of those, but only 2 people. But I have a few competitions. Is that right? Okay, point being, so I have wrote and published the short course meters, personal best times table, and then I also have on my list to do today the long course meters, personal best times. So I'm partway done. Yes. And so that's the first update. Second, it's part of my pandemic pit crew writing and publishing on Wikipedia. So that's how it's related to pandemic ongoing projects. And then second update, I spent the last 14 days, so ended yesterday, focusing on pandemic weight regulation, specifically weight maintenance. So not weight gain or weight loss, but weight maintenance. And so I did a number of sweet eats when I went down to Federal Way. I didn't get I got my exercise for the day was taking the pictures, because I was on my feet taking the pictures, and you know, for one of those days it was like 2.5 hours on my feet. So I didn't do like my elliptical or rowing and strength training and stuff. And I walked at the park for 5 to 10 minutes, or a trail nearby, both times. And so I did sweet eats and then a savory eats one day. And then I went out to brunch, and then I made an olive oil cake. And so there were a number of days that were like 3,000 to 4,000 calorie days. And so the rest of the time I did either Tanis diet with PMS modifications or just a maintenance day. And my maintenance days I am approaching currently as add 300 calories to what I eat on the Tanis diet with PMS modifications. And that's my maintenance day. And it was... So with those 4, there might have been another day I ate more. So with those 4 to 5 days in 14 days where I ate more, I gained 1 to 2 pounds. So I did really good. I'm pleased with that result, because considering the holidays, my weight gain over the holidays was approximately 3 pounds a week. So over the same period in the holidays, I would have gained 6 pounds, and this time it was 1 to 2 pounds. So I gained, 1/6 to 1/3 the amount of weight over the same period of time that I did over the holidays. So this is much more manageable. So my approach moving forward is to swing the maintenance a little bit. It's experimenting, so I'm going to experiment on swinging the maintenance from maintaining and gaining a pound to maintaining and like losing a pound. Does that make sense? So like doing maintenance days, but also like throwing in the occasional Tanis diet with PMS modifications, because it's closer to a maintenance diet than the Tanis diet. The Tanis diet runs on a 2-week cycle, And the Tanis diet with PMS modifications has a 1 week cycle. And what I mean by that is the Tanis diet has a 2-week repeating structure, and the Tanis diet with PMS modifications has a 1 week repeating cycle. So it's easier for me to be like, I want to do 4 days on the Tanis diet with PMS modifications because I just ate a bunch this last Sunday, and I want to get that weight that I gained on Sunday off by Friday. Right, and that's possible to do with the Tanis diet with PMS modifications, and the Tanis diet, but the Tanis diet with PMS modifications is less of a disruption to my schedule. So that's actually going to be how I'm approaching it. Because I still have a little bit of, I didn't lose all the weight I gained over the holidays, so but I also don't want to do just like full-on weight loss. It's focusing on maintenance, right? Because once I lose the weight, or I'm happy with my weight, I just want to maintain. So like kind of a maintain to weight loss, right? And just kind of like ease into it. We'll see if it works. I'm experimenting, but that's kind of, we'll say for the rest of the month, maybe. Or next 2 weeks to rest of the month. It's the 10th, so add 14 days, be the 24th. So two weeks to the rest of the month. This is March 2023, and it's the 10th. So yeah, I guess I'm self-experimenting with weight maintenance. And I'll check in sporadically, possibly, and kind of provide insights as to how it's going. And I'm taking that approach because it allows me to do more sweet and savory eats instead of like one on the weekend, because I get more calories that day. Maybe like throw a couple in during the week, but we'll see. I have big ideas that could get disrupted for something entirely else. Like the NCAA Division I swimming and diving championships are coming up, and I don't typically go out of the house that much when I'm writing about championships because they kind of take up the day. So like there's some just like basic like reality checks for if I want to write and publish about this at the time, like I might not be going out and getting food for sweet or savory eats. Maybe I'll cook something for savory eats. I got something, yeah, maybe I'll do that today. Cook something that I made my own recipe that I just threw together with leftovers one time, and I've eaten since because I like it. Not like leftover lasagna, but like leftover ingredients from a club grub my parents cook at church, kind of thing. So that's my second one, is pandemic weight maintenance. It was successful. I'm considering only 1 to 2 pounds with kind of the amount of stuff I ate, and how much, like 4 to 5 days of that. I'm considering that successful, and I'm going to experiment for the next I guess is that 2 to 3.5 weeks. 31 days in March. So the next 2 to 3 weeks as kind of an experimental phase for me. So those are my updates for today. Happy Friday as of filming, and happy time of viewing.